With that, please join me in a pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Secretary, will you please note the roll?
Chairman Bray is present. Commissioner Kish is present. Commissioner Keys is present. Commissioner Steiner is present. Commissioner Walters is present. Vice Chairman Barnes is absent. Commissioner Maloney is absent. Chairman, we have a quorum.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. Can I get a motion to please excuse Commissioner Maloney and Commissioner Barnes?
So moved.
Is there a second?
A second.
It's been moved by Commissioner Steiner, seconded by Commissioner Kish to excuse Commissioner Maloney and Commissioner Barnes from this evening's meeting. Is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. With that, if you will see the minutes have been provided in your packet, and if you'll review those, I will take a motion to approve the draft minutes of the Planning and Zoning Commission meeting held May 9th, 2018.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve the May 9th minutes.
I second.
It has been moved by Commissioner Kish, seconded by Commissioner Keys to approve the May 9th minutes. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Before I get into some of this other business, I'm going to take the chairman's prerogative and actually ask Christopher to introduce our special guest this evening, because I think she's pretty important and we're glad to have her here.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Commission, pleasure to introduce our still relatively new, I suppose I could say, about 3 months, I think. Close to 90 days. City Manager Julie Arundel. So I'm just going to pass, we're pleased that she's here to introduce herself to you all. I'm going to pass the microphone to her and let her introduce herself and speak a few words to the commission.
Thank you. Again, my name is Julie Arundel. I took the position as Goodyear City Manager on February 19th. So I'm officially wrapping up my 90 days, and it's been a whirlwind of learning and information and meeting great people, and I've been loving every minute of it. So as I've been sharing, I moved to the community the weekend before I started my official role, and I've been enjoying very much not only learning the new job, but also learning the community of Goodyear. So I came from the neighboring community of Peoria, where I spent 5.5 years, and I was with Yavapai County, located out of Prescott, for 12 years prior to that. So 18 years of local government experience, and I'm sincerely hoping that this is my last stop on that local government train. I think that Goodyear has tremendous growth and opportunity in front of us, and it has a fantastic and committed mayor and council and staff. And so I look very much forward to this journey with Goodyear, and want to thank you also for your service as a volunteer serving on a board and commission. I know that it takes you away from your families and other things you could be doing on Wednesday evenings, but your service is very much appreciated, and I look forward to getting to know each of you moving forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Julie, and we sincerely appreciate you taking the time out of your schedule to be at this meeting. With that, at this time, item number 5 is public comments. Now is the time for citizens who would like to address the Planning and Zoning Commission on any non-agenda items. Is there any comments that should come before the commission? None. Agenda item number 6 is disclosure of ex parte communication. Does any commissioner have anything they would like to disclose at this time?
No.
Thank you. We're going to move into old business first. This was tabled last time, and this is the proposed amendment to the legal protest provisions.
Thank you, Chairman. This is going to be further continued. We don't need you to do any action to continue it.
Okay. You don't need a further date because?
No, we're not continuing this to date specific.
Okay. Thank you. We will go on to agenda number 8.1, which is new business. I'll open the public hearing for the use permit for the Starbucks drive-through, and Alex will present on this issue.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, members of the Commission. This item is the Starbucks in Goodyear use permit. The request is to allow a use permit for a drive-through facility on the subject property indicated on the slide. It's located at the northwest corner of Pebble Creek Parkway and Coronado Road, just north of the Popeyes, just east of the Portales Park in Palm Valley Phase 8, and just west of the market at Estrella Falls. This slide shows the conceptual site plan and the landscape plan for the project. The main entry on the north side of the property is a right-in only entrance off of Pebble Creek Parkway, which leads directly to either the parking or the drive-through lane. The site is also shares a driveway access with the Popeyes to the south, which is accessible at Coronado Road, which is a traffic signal. The building is 2,400 square feet and includes 300 square feet of patio space on the north of the building, so that's going to be right in here. The applicant worked with staff on the elevations to ensure consistency with the Cobblestone Creek commercial development. We did hold a neighborhood meeting on March 6th. Other than staff and the applicant, no one from the public had attended. And additionally, staff nor the applicant have received any inquiries or opposition to the proposal. Therefore, based on review for compliance with all applicable codes and requirements for use permit approval, staff does recommend approval subject to the stipulations included in your staff report. This concludes my presentation. The applicant is available if you have any questions for him as well.
Thank you very much, Alex. Does any of the commissioners have, have any questions at this time? None. Would the applicant wish to address the commission? For the record, just your name and your address, please.
Nathan Cottrell with CEG, 12409 West Indian School Road, Avondale. Not much to add here. It's pretty straightforward, I believe. We fit the description of the original master plan for what that use is. We think it's appropriate. We work with staff. Alex is doing great. So not much to add unless you have questions.
Thank you. Any questions for the applicant?
I actually do have a question for Alex.
Oh, for staff, Alex.
Thank you,
Commissioner
Mr.
Walters?
Vice Chairman. Alex, I think you mentioned that when it's a right turn southbound only, how will people coming northbound on Pebble Creek Parkway access the subject property? Will they be able to go through the Popeyes parking lot?
Thank you, Chairman. Commissioner Walters. The people coming from the northbound can turn left in at the Coronado traffic signal.
Thank you.
Any further questions for either the applicant or staff at this time? Okay. With that, I take it, are there any speaker cards? With that, I will close the public hearing, and I will take a motion on the Starbucks drive-through.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve item number 183000001, Starbucks drive-through.
I'll second.
It has been moved by Commissioner Kiss, seconded by Commissioner Walters to approve the use permit for a Starbucks drive-through. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you, guys. Next item is agenda item 8.2. This is preliminary plat for Estrella Parcel 11D1. Alex is going to present again, and this is not a public.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The next item is a preliminary plat for the Estrella Parcel 11D1. This is located in the Lucero neighborhood, which is the upcoming community at the entry of Estrella. The final plats for the first phase have gone through staff review, and Newland has begun work on phase 2. So this parcel is located just north of Estrella Parkway. The blue line on this map, or you can see, represents the main road through Lucero, which is Hillside Drive. The PAD was approved in 2016 and designated the parcel as low-medium density, which allows for the proposed 47 by 115 size lots. The preliminary plat includes a main entry point off of Hillside Drive and a secondary drive, which is shared with parcel D2, which will be forthcoming in the future. The parcel includes a neighborhood green near the entry and all of the rear yards back up to open space. The proposed preliminary plat has been reviewed by staff and found in compliance with the city's applicable codes as well as the Lucero PAD. There are minor changes being proposed to the stipulations, which I believe I gave all of you a sheet with those red line stipulations. All of the changes except for the last one had one word missing. They all referred to the development agreement, which was recently approved by the city between Newland and the city of Goodyear. So with these updated stipulations, staff recommends approval.
Thank you, Alex. Is there any questions from the commission for staff? None? Pete, would you like to address the commission? Any questions for the applicant at this time? Seeing none, I will take a motion on agenda item 8.2.
Chairman, I motion that we accept case number 18-500-00001, preliminary plat for Estrella.
Second.
It has been moved by Commissioner Keys, seconded by Commissioner Kish to approve the preliminary plat for the Estrella parcel 11D1. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you. It appears to me on my notes that both agenda item 8.3 and 8.4 are not ready for prime time at this point. So I will ask for a motion for both agenda items. Can I do it in one motion? Are you okay with that?
It should be different.
Yeah, we need two
Separate
separate
motions?
motions.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, just for the record, those are two separate applications affecting El Cedro as a whole. One of the applications is made by BET Investments, and the other is Beazer, so we do need a separate vote on each one.
Absolutely, thank you. So 8.3, a motion, I'm looking for a motion to continue to the June 13th meeting, please.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we continue agenda item 8.3 to the June 13th, 2018 meeting.
Second. It has been moved by Commissioner Walters, seconded by Commissioner Steiner to move to continue the 8.3 agenda item to the June 13th, 2018 meeting. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Agenda item 8.4 is also not quite ready for prime time, so if I can get a motion to continue this item to June 13th as well, please.
Mr. Chairman, can I interject 1 second if I may? One of the elements that we're continuing to work with El Cedro on is some enhanced landscaping designs. So that's part of the reason for the delay. We're working with them to make sure that what's proposed to the Planning Commission and ultimately the council is in line with the vision of El Cedro and staff can support.
Thank you for that explanation, Chris. With that, can I please have a motion to continue?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we continue item 8.4 to the June 13th meeting.
I second.
Been moved by Commissioner Kish, seconded by Commissioner Keys to continue agenda item 8.4 to the June 13th, 2018 meeting. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. With that, we'll move into agenda item number 9 is staff communications. Staff?
Mr. Chairman, as you know, we typically report on council actions on the items that you've recommended. On May 21st, the City Council considered and approved Pebble Creek Phase 2, both the preliminary and the final plats on that, so those were approved. Also on May 14th, the council considered and approved Australia Commons, which is the Fulton Home development on the east side of Australia Parkway. Australia Parcel 11 F2 and 11G, which are all part of Lucero that you considered tonight, was also approved on May 14th, as well as Australia 11.C. The Pradera rezoning, if you remember that, we had a good conversation that night with several interested residents. Council considered that at their May 14th meeting and added a stipulation in addition to the staff recommendations and your recommendation as well about installing a dust-free compacted milling surface as soon as possible along Durango there between Citrus and the far west property line. So we are actively working with the developer in order to have that installed in accordance with council stipulation, and it should be installed in very near future. Finally, the Crestwood at Canyon Trails residential project that's adjacent to the 303 in Canyon Trails was also considered and approved at the May 14th council meeting. That's the
Thank you.
summary of our report. Oh, and I think Katie is going to be doing the autonomous vehicle presentation on June 11th or 13th, one of the two. 13th. Yes, 11th is council. That's right. Yeah. So be 13th. So we look forward to delivering that information to you.
Perfect. Any other comments for staff? No. Perfect. With that, meeting adjourned.